Hey everybody, Shauna Reed here, and you are watching the AJWF network on YouTube. Remember to like and subscribe.
Welcome back, guys, to another AJWF. Thank you so much for everybody who's watched. You might have seen, I know this is really small YouTube standards, but for me, I've got nothing, no backing, no nothing. It's just little old me making videos because I have a lot of fun, so why not? But yeah, 250,000 people have watched or viewed the channel, so that, you know, I'm very grateful. So thank you to each and every one of you. Even if this is your first video, thank you. Stick around, get down there, look, the like button, subscribe, it helps me out. But yeah, today I want to help collectors out like myself. I've got a bunch of figures everywhere. There's too much to handle. I haven't got a nice setup because my house isn't big enough, so they're elsewhere, most of it. But yeah, I want to give a few tips to you guys, especially to any new collectors or people who are maybe just feeling it a bit. So yeah, stick with me and we'll see how this goes. So, number one, I want to say, guys, be happy. I'm happy. I'm always happy, you know. Life's too short not to be. But have fun with the collection. Please have fun. Don't do this. Don't let it become a chore. If it becomes a chore, just stop. Please just stop. And social media, I used to be a lot more active on social media, but recently not so much because it's a cruel world out there, isn't it? Let's be honest. It's not much fun sometimes. So yeah, if people are negative, just ignore them, block them, get rid of them. It doesn't matter. For every negative person, there's 10 others that will like your stuff. I've had negative people hate the videos. It doesn't bother me, guys. It does not bother me. As long as there's a few people watching and I'm having a good time, that's all that matters. And I appreciate, again, to the ones that do take the time to comment and just to watch, you know. Blows my mind every time. If a video goes over 20 views, I'm like, wow, that's not just the family watching. There's other people watching now. But yeah, another thing I want to say is, it is not a race, guys. It's more of a marathon if you really get into collecting, but it's not a race. Who cares if you've got a figure first, guys? It does not matter. I don't care. Who's this? Adam Cole. This is just next to me, so I'm using this as an example. I didn't go out and buy this when it first got released. I don't know when I got this, but I can guarantee you one thing. I didn't pay retail. But yeah, please, don't let it be a race, guys. Just enjoy collecting. Enjoy the run. And plus, if you get everything that you want straight away, where's the fun? You're done then. Keep going, guys. Keep going. Just don't get in trouble. Which leads me on. Don't buy figures if you think they're going to make you a millionaire or thousands. There might be the odd one or two. If you go back a long time, people might have made a bit of money, but generally, you're not going to make a lot of money, guys. And if that is your goal, well, you might not want to watch the rest of this video because you're not really collectors. You're just flipping figures, which is fine if that's what you want to do. But, you know, it's just my opinion. That's another thing. It's just my opinion. You don't have to agree with any of this. It does not matter. Just my opinion. Doesn't mean a lot, really. But it might help a few people out. So, yeah. Don't be a scalper either, because that annoys me. Anyway, prioritise as well. Don't buy what you can't afford. Kind of leads on a bit. But if you're spending too much, just stop. You don't need the figures, but you do need a roof over your head. So, yeah. Please, don't get in trouble for the sake of buying a few little plastic figures. It's just not worth it. Honestly, it's not worth it. Not in the long run. There's bills to be paid before you buy figures, yeah? Make sure your gas electric is paid, because it's expensive nowadays, guys. But yeah, make sure they're paid. Then you can go out, have a bit of fun if you've got the money. Plus, there are people who've got a lot of money. Fair play. Go out, spend all you want. But for those that are a bit tighter, prioritise, guys. Don't get in trouble. Also, when you're collecting, try and make a decision from the start. If you're going to be a mint on card collector or a loose collector, I started off, everything was loose. I'm still a loose collector, although these are all hanging up here. Majority of my collection is loose. I only stopped when I couldn't display them any longer. I had a kid, my life took a different turn. No regrets, just didn't have the room to have everything on display. I haven't got a nice man cave. Yeah, this is a little setup. This is a few bits. I just wanted some around me. Does that make sense? If you're a collector, that will make sense. But yeah, please prioritise. In fact, I'm saying prioritise, but don't. If you want to have a bit of both, have a bit of both. It don't really matter, does it? Anyway, let's move on. Don't overpay. Is that obvious? My motto on this channel, always waiting, hashtag always waiting. So please guys, don't overpay. I have had so many people who say, oh, I've just paid 80 quid for this figure. I'm like, you've just paid £80 for that figure. Wait 2 months, it'll be under a tenner, guaranteed. Now, there's always going to be exceptions. There's some figures that hold their value, but please do not overpay. Who cares if you've got it 2 months earlier? On the grand scale, who's going to see your collection? A few people might look at a picture online, but your collection's for you to enjoy. Then I guess on the flip side, I'm going to go against everything I just said. If you want to overpay, you've got the money, you overpay. I'm not going to overpay. I'm always waiting. I recommend you always wait too. I remember actually, way back in the Jakks days, God, what is it, over 15 years now? Probably a bit longer. The Jakks Adam Bomb, the classic superstars. For anyone who remembers way back then, that figure used to go for crazy money. And I must have waited a good 5 or 6 years until I got it for dirt cheap, because you can. It's always about waiting. I can't stress this enough, guys. And plus, the figures nowadays, like Mattel, they're all mass produced. They're going to turn up second hand if you're happy buying them second hand. If you are, give them a fig bath just in case they're a bit grimy. But yeah, if you're happy with them second hand, buy them second hand, guys. It's not really a big deal, is it? But the thing talking about it being your collection, don't get influenced by others. There might be people on social media or YouTube who say, oh, I've just got 1 million figures behind me. I've got a few here, you could argue, but don't be influenced by me. This is just my collection, your collection. It doesn't matter if you've got, I don't know, 10 figures or 10,000 figures. Enjoy it, you know, it's all good. Enjoy what you've got. What more can I say? And never give up as well. That might sound a bit John Cena-ish, but never give up. Because if you want a certain figure, as I said earlier, hashtag always waiting. It'll come round eventually. If you missed it the first time, there's not many incidents, if any, where I haven't been able to get a figure eventually down the line. What's the other thing I was going to say? The other thing is common sense, guys. Just use common sense, please. When people are buying, it annoys me when people get conned. It's not nice. It's not nice. There's people out there who will try and take your money. If you see something and that price is, whoa, it's probably too good to be true. It probably is. You know, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. That's what they say, isn't it? So yeah, I would just have common sense. What I used to do, or still do sometimes, if there's a figure that I see in a collection and it looks a bit dodgy, they're a bit dodgy on the old replies, I'm like, oh, just send me another picture of that. But while you're sending that picture, just write a little piece of paper next to it, just put AJWF. And you know why? Because then, if they do that, and I can see there's a little handwritten piece of paper that says AJWF, I know at least they've got it in hand, so that's half the battle. So they're not just using pictures offline or somebody else's collection. They're saying, oh, I'm selling this, but they haven't got it. So that's one way of, at least they've got it in hand. And guess that leads to, if you're using like PayPal, always use goods and services, guys. Don't use friends and family. You know, they could be your best mate, but some people, you just never know. That's all I'm saying. Don't be too trusting. Get covered. Be covered. Because if you want to spend, I don't know, daft money, hell, even a fiver's a lot of money. If you're buying a figure and then it never turns up, you paid friends and family, chances are you ain't ever getting that money back. So yeah, just cover yourself, guys. Just cover yourself. I'm trying not to kind of waffle on too much, but I'm hoping some of these tips or just advice will help somebody. Even if it's not, even if you think, oh, what's he going on about? He hasn't got a clue. Fair enough. But somebody might think, oh yeah, actually, now you mention it. So yeah, what else could I say? I'm just thinking all the time I've been collecting. Gosh, I guess the big thing, don't be an a-hole. Be nice, be good in the community, and there's lots of figure collectors out there. Don't be an a-hole. Just everybody just get along. Come on, guys, be happy, be nice. If I put a picture up, I guarantee I can put a picture up of, I don't know, I'll put a picture up of Sunny saying this figure's amazing. Some guy, oh, don't you realise she's been in prison? She has, yeah. Okay. Why do you have to be negative? Just be happy, guys. Just hit the little like button. That's it. Sunny was cool, right? Her life may have gone off track, shall we say, But she was cool back in the day, and you know, a 90s kid suddenly was everything, guys. That's a whole different thing. What else can we say? There's lots of things out there, advice as well. Check out the YouTube channels. I watch loads. I love it. Not, you know, I'm not trying to be an advert, but if someone's only got 20, 30 views, don't let it put you off. Still watch it. Some of the best people I watch on YouTube don't have a lot of views. Like myself, I haven't got a lot of views, but I appreciate anybody who does view. But yeah, don't be put off by views. Don't go, oh, this guy's got 100,000 views on this video, so we'll watch that before we watch Joe Blogs here. You'll figure that out. I'm sure there's plenty, like I say, I've been told in the past, there's plenty that hate me. Oh well, I'll get over it, guys. I'll get over it. What's the last thing? Last thing I want to say, because I don't want to go on too long. It's basically just all rounded into it. Just enjoy the hobby. Please enjoy the hobby. Don't be negative to others. Just enjoy it. It's your collection. Yeah. I hope this makes sense. I hope it, you know, it might make some people giggle a bit, or, you know, because I basically don't want people to get ripped off. I don't want people to be negative. I don't want people to be scalpers, because they're very annoying. In fact, quick story. I was in B&M when the AEWs turned up recently. Well, say recently, last year, when they all turned up dirt cheap and they hadn't been on the shelves anywhere else. This geezer's there in front of me and he got every single figure off the shelf. And he looked at me and I was like, oh yeah, decent prices. Like, yeah, they're going straight on eBay. Oh, bro, you nearly made me negative. But yeah, but do you know what? If he's making a living doing that, who are we to judge, eh? But yeah, it's a bit, I'm not going to say it, but you know, guys, you know, you've been there. Yeah, I think that does about wrap it up anyway. I hope you enjoy my videos, I really do. I've got a few things that are coming up, I hope, that come through. Things I haven't really done before, but we're working on it, and it's whether or not I can edit it well enough to become a video. What I have done is set up a Patreon, because quite a few people have like asked to send me money or figures. Now I don't mind if I'm buying a figure off you, I'll pay postage, whatever. But I don't really want to be thrown too much money wise, because it's a bit, I don't know, I just feel weird about taking money off people. So I've set up this Patreon because another YouTuber told me, like, just set it up, a couple of quid a month. If anybody did want to buy you a figure, they can just pay £2 just for a month subscription. It can go towards your figure fund. So I thought, yeah, actually that's probably a nicer way of doing it. Now, I don't want anybody to feel obliged. If you like my channel, it helps, I guess, but I don't need it. It's just those that, there's some people out there, really nice people, who just want to try and help your content, and you know, hopefully this will give you a way of doing that without me saying no, I don't want your money, because you know, a couple of quid, I'll put it towards figure funds. Anything you send, it's going straight into content for this channel. But yeah, what else can we talk about, guys? I feel like I could just sit here and chat to you for hours, but I better not. So peace out.